WION, the Indian military, operates a wide range of Boeing aircraft from attack helicopters to anti-submarine warfare planes. With the fleet expanded and more orders coming in, Boeing is establishing some of the world's largest aircraft maintenance facilities in India. WION Siddharth MP spoke to Alain Garcia, a top Boeing defense official at the Aero India show in Bengaluru. Listen in.
Joining us on WION World is one Mr. Alain Garcia, head of Boeing Defense Services. So there's a inventory of Boeing aircraft in the Indian Air Force, right from heavy transporters to attack choppers to transport choppers. What are Boeing's expansion plans in India?
Yeah, good question, and a great point on all the Boeing aircraft that are here in India currently, from both the Indian Air Force and the Indian Navy side. So with Indian Navy, we have the P-8 aircraft, which they have 12 of, and then the Indian Air Force operating the C-17s, the Apache helicopter, and the Chinook platform. So we already have quite a large footprint here. I would say it's one of the largest, if not the largest footprint, Boeing footprint outside of the U.S. And to include our engineering campus here in Bangalore, the Boeing India itself employs over 5,000 people, and that continues to grow. And to your point, this is one of the areas that we're expanding on quite rapidly. This campus that we have here in Bangalore is really helping facilitate that growth, as I mentioned. And so, along with hopefully more platforms, including maybe more P-8s, more Apaches for both the Indian Air Force and the Indian Army actually operates, or they're procuring some Apaches. Maybe more Chinook platforms or any other things that the Indian military services would require. We're ready to support that. But not along just the platforms, we have the services, as you mentioned, as well, where we sustain those platforms here. And of course, looking to work with Indian industry to help sustain those platforms locally, as we understand that is a requirement.
What about your contributions towards the Make in India movement, and of course with regards local sourcing of parts, and in addition to that also manufacturing components in India?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is another great story I think that Boeing has. Just to talk about the supply chain and the sourcing that we do. So we work directly with over 300 suppliers here in India already, from both the defense and the commercial side. And of that, we source about $1 billion worth of effort or opportunity from those suppliers. So we continue to build that supply chain to support both the commercial and defense efforts, and then to talk about parts that are already being built here. So there's a lot of things that we can talk about here. So I mentioned the Apache. We build all the fuselages for the Apache here in India, in Hyderabad to be exact. So we have a joint venture with Tata called T-Bol, where again for the global fleet of Apaches, we've been doing this for 7 years. We build all the Apache fuselages, and there's been almost 200 of those built to date. And those things go to not only the Indian Army Apaches that are coming off the line, but to U.S. and all other foreign militaries who are purchasing the Apaches. They will be built here in India. So along with the Apache fuselage, for example, for some of our military aircraft, we build the wire bundles here with Russell Technologies. They build the wire bundles for the F-18 and the T-7 aircraft. And then, for example, there's other parts, like for the F-18, we build actually the gun bay doors here in India as well. So we are looking at constantly looking at where we can build those parts, even with the aircraft not being built or serving here in India. We still, as a Boeing company, will build some of those parts here with local suppliers.